What's going on, everybody? Down South 77 here again, and this is 3-Star Draw. This is an adult collector channel where we usually talk about G.I. Joe and G.I. Joe Classified. Every now and then, on a day like today, we will take a look at another toy from another line, just other stuff that I'm interested in and pick up along the way, add to my collection, and show you guys. Today, we are going to be doing that very thing. I made a video yesterday about the awesome finds that I found in a strange Walmart that I don't usually go in, but I only picked up the one thing, and the one thing is the Turtles of Grayskull Krang. This was the Walmart Collector Con exclusive that come out several weeks ago and never even went live for me. I mentioned that in the pickup video that I was going to order this and I was going to order the Moss Man, and both of them never even went live on the site for me. I was able to get the Shockwave with the Ram cycle, but these guys never did show up, and one of them showed up a few hours later for minutes, and by the time I could get it and get to where I got it in my cart and check out, it was gone, so I just kind of give up. So I found this on a riser in the strange Walmart yesterday. So check your Walmarts and check your risers. But we're going to go ahead and get this guy out. Krang was one of my favorite characters from the Turtles cartoon just because he was so silly and so goofy, and they've done a really cool job here bringing him into this mashup line. So we're going to go ahead and get this dude out and check him out. Went ahead and pulled him out of the box there so we don't have all that glare. That's what he does look like when you slide him out there. He does have some very cool accessories. And there's a little Krang up there. I like this dude. I'm going to go ahead and get him out, get his accessories out. But when you slide this out of there, that is what you see. And on here, I didn't read that earlier when I was showing it. It's in a mad science experiment gone wrong, Krang crosses dimensions and discovers the strangest power in the universe, the power of Grayskull. Now with a stronger, faster Megator android body, Krang will stop at nothing until the power is his. That stuff is in there pretty good, but it does pop out pretty easily. It all just pops right out except for the mace attachment. The ball is held in there in the molding, but the chain is held in place by a few of those little evil plastic ties that we've been getting with G.I. Joe stuff, and comes with other things. You guys know what I'm talking about. So you got to cut them little awful things to get it out. But if you got a pair of slanted snips like these right here, make short work of them. That's the best thing to use to get those little ties out. I was a little disappointed to learn that these are not coming with the comic anymore, and I do remember seeing somebody say that, something I was watching, that does come with this nice little card with the art, as usual with Motu stuff. Beautiful artwork on there. I'm like, he's like, look evil, man. Look how evil he looks in that picture. And that's what Krang was. He was stupid, but he was just evil. And then you flip it over and it's got his stats on there. If you want to pause that. So these are nice little cards, and they're almost as thick as the new card stock for Joe's. Put that over there where it's not catching any glare. It does come with these instructions here. We'll go ahead and look at his attachments. It does come with a nice battle axe here. Of course, it's all one pane. It's like a silver. It's silver, but it's almost got like a little bit of bronze hue in it. It's mostly silver, but pretty cool sculpting on there for Motu stuff. Got some dents and some dings. I like to see that in these edged weapons. The Mythic Legions do that a lot. And you can see it's not the same battle damage on both sides of the double-edged X blade there. And it does come with this, which I will 100% have on there. Nice mace there. You guys have seen any of my Mythic Legion stuff that I've done, you know how much I love maces, morning stars, That's one of my favorite weapons. Go ahead and look at the swappable midsection of the body you can put in. Let's have a door pops open. You put a little Krang in there. Nice deco on this. This is like another coppery color. Got the orange there on the sides for whatever these things are, probably PowerPoints or something, or maybe something for Krang to reach out and push buttons on with his tentacles. Door is green, bottom's green. Got some sculpting there on the back. Actually looks like a turtle shell is what it looks like to me. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, but that's the midsection for him. And then let's look at the man himself, Krang. Good evil face on Krang. Krang should have an evil face. He shouldn't be completely goofy. So Krang here, he looks like, if you guys ever played Doom, he looks like something out of Doom to me when he's done right and done evil. He does have his two tentacle arms. Not a whole lot to him, but I mean, it's Krang. I mean, he's just a wad of bubblegum giant brain with tentacles, and not really a whole lot to Krang. So let's look at the android body. I looked all over trying to find out if Krang's actual android body in Turtles had an actual name. I thought it did, but it was just referred to as Krang's android body. If somebody knows any different, let me know. I did find one thing that it was referred to in a cartoon, one of the episodes of the cartoon. They called it something, but it was like bubble dump or something like that. I don't have it pulled up anymore, but it was just something that it was referred to. It wasn't actually as a name, like one of the turtles just called it by that. So I don't know if that's what it's supposed to actually be. This android body is really cool, and I will admit that I did not know who this figure was supposed to be crossed over with. My knowledge of Motu only goes so far, and he's actually crossed over with Megator, which is a character that I did not know because it goes back into Preternia and all that, and I'm not nearly as familiar with that stuff in Motu. I pulled a picture of Megator up, and I'll pop that up real quick. And so that's who he was crossed over with. So I had to actually look that up because I wasn't sure. At first I thought Whiplash. I was like, that can't be right because it can't be Whiplash. So we'll go ahead and look at this dude. He's got these real bright gauntlets. His hands are real bright, and he has matching boots. Pretty cool sculpt on there. Just your run-of-the-mill Motu style boots. No detail. I mean, there's sculpt detail, but no paint detail to them. They're just cast in the red. Same thing with the cuffs on the wrist gauntlets, and those are actually not part of the hands. They're separate, so they're probably going to pull off of there too. This guy looks really nice. He's got this cool silver chest plate with the skull on it. Nice sculpting on there. It's really, really shiny. You can see it in the video reflecting. I mean, it looks like metal. And then, of course, he's got the chain on his loincloth there going across. I'm not even going to begin to imagine what that is there for, but it looks nice. And then he's got these big, huge logging chains as the rest of his harness going across him. Looks really nice. This is like a nice bronze rose gold color on these. And of course, he has the eyepiece that the android body from Turtles had, and the kind of samurai style helmet. And he's got the ponytail, which is Megator had long hair, so that was just it's not a ponytail, it's a top knot, but you know what I mean. He is tall. I think his figure is 7.5 inches tall. I think I'm gonna grab the Turtles of Grayskull He-Man in a second, and we'll show him beside that. But let's go ahead, and there's what his instructions look like on his removable body parts, and it also has on here how you pull him apart and pull the sections off. So let's see how easy, really easy, that comes apart. I love the pop and swap on these. No, the loincloth does stay on. I love the on this new Motu stuff, the pop and swap options. All right, so you have to kind of hold the loincloth down a little bit. Not a big deal. So now I think that is what makes him 7.5 inches tall. Thing is, it's massive. It's got some pretty decent weight to it. Let's go ahead and throw Krang in there. Hey, there goes one of my blocks. Not really sure how that fell. Maybe Krang did it. So he just kind of fits in there like so. And his tentacles are really flexible. I'm assuming they're meant to go through right here. Yeah, looks like that. Yeah. Does that not just look really cool? It was always funny on the cartoon with Krang having the brain right in the middle of the android body. But this thing does, I mean, it's cartoony, but it's freaky looking. Like, it's not, um, it's cartoonish scary. Like, this thing's huge. If this thing was coming for you, like, you would, it'd be over for you. All right, did that off camera because every time I try to do that, I knock something over. So these do pull off. Pop this mace on there. And it's not wanting to go in. I didn't hear it pop. So it might not, yeah, it seems like it's in there pretty good. So that looks pretty cool. It's actual chain. I mean, it's plastic, but, it's actual flexible chain. This guy has some great articulation. I think 22 points of articulation was what these guys had. I thought I had it right in front of me, but apparently well, anyway, show must go on. I think it's 22 points on these guys. Very nice. It's got knee bend with that hidden joint there. You got swivel. You got swivel there. That's a cool piece there. A lot of posability in that piece between the knee and the boot on both of these. Then you got ankle articulation. He's kind of takes a second to get him to stand, but he's not as off balance as I thought he was going to be. So you're going to be able to get him to stand pretty nicely. And we'll go ahead and that's why I do it that way, folks. Knocked all this clear across the table there. So I'm thinking it may be a good idea to heat this up when you change his attachments. There's his axe, double-bladed axe there for the other side. Now, I don't know if he changes these hands out, how he's supposed to change the attachments if he doesn't have any hands. Maybe Krang can press a button and they just drop out of there. So there he is, all geared up, ready for action. I like this look. I don't like the impracticality of him not actually having hands, but I mean, come on, it's Turtles and Motu put together, so you got to kind of cut it some slack. This is probably how I'll have him on the shelf. I'll probably throw the hands in a baggie and put back in the box. Really nice figure. This is a really, really well done mashup and a lot of playability with it, with the accessories that he comes with. Now I've got Turtles He-Man. Now this is He-Man, so this is the biggest, strongest guy that there is, and he barely is taller than Krang. His head comes up to Krang's android Megator elbow when it's raised. So He-Man is going to have his hands full fighting this thing because it's huge, it's strong. Megator was a giant. Krang's android body is a giant, and Krang is an evil genius. So you put all that together, and our heroes, our masters, are going to have a hard time facing off against Krang and Shredder. Who I need to get, I do have the Skeletor ordered because it looks awesome, and it's going to go probably up on the shelf with the other skeletons up here behind me. It's all mythic guys right now, but can't stay mythic guys forever. I made it for skeleton guys. So we'll go ahead and we'll stick him kind of off to the side, on the side of the frame, since he is not the topic of our review. What do you guys think about this Krang? I think it's really cool. I wanted it as soon as I saw it. It's been difficult to find, but I think they're popping up a little more frequent now. The price on him seems to have come down a little bit on the secondary. I was just glad to actually find him in a store. I never figured I'd see this guy in person unless it was at a con, or a show, or something, or having to buy him secondhand. I do want to get Mossman too, so maybe I'll get lucky and find him. But if you're collecting this line, this is a must-have. He's the biggest figure so far. If you're in on Turtles of Grayskull, you do need to get this. I think, especially if you're doing the bad guys, this is a must-have. So you might wait a little bit if you're going to have to buy him on the secondary market and see if the prices drop a little bit more. Just keep an eye on them, because if it looks like they're starting to go up, I would snag him. But you never know with this stuff. They say they're going to make less of it this year with everything. So guys, there is our review on the Turtles of the Grayskull Krang Megator mashup. What do you think? Did you pick him up? You gonna pick him up? Like I said, you need him if you're in on this line. I appreciate you guys. Hit that like button, that thumbs up, that subscribe, all that jazz. It is free, and if somehow they charge you for it, I'll split it with you. I'll see you guys next time on 3 Star Draw.